So, welcome to a Scratch tutorial. It's been super duper long since I made a video, and I thought that since I have a school thing that I wanted to do for extra stuff, I thought I might as well start creating videos again now. But I started off at Google because some people don't know what Scratch is. So first, I'm going to look up in Google Scratch. It's not that hard to get to, honestly. It should normally be the first thing that shows up. Not the target thing, but like actual Scratch. Click on the Scratch thing. Then you want to go to the top and click Create. So, this video, I will be explaining to you guys how to create a basic movement with Scratch characters and Scratch stuff in general. This is a basic tutorial, so it's not going to be too complicated, but we're going to be making two separate games that involve Scratch. So, for starters, you can make a new sprite and stuff. I probably will show you that stuff later when I get to the second type of movement. But first, let's just start off with our basic movement. There is two kinds of movement. One of them is follow movement. That's what I call it. I don't know if anybody calls it something else, but basically follow movement will allow the sprite or the item or whatever you want to call it to follow something. It can follow your mouse. It can follow a different item, sprite, whatever you want to call it, inside your playing field. But that is the easiest one, so that's what I'm going to be showing you guys first. First, you want to name your sprite. I'm just going to name it Cat because we can. Also, you don't have to use this. To get a new sprite, I'm going to show you the drawing stuff later, but to get a new sprite, you just go down here to this animal thing, click it, and you have a list of things there. But basically, we're just going to use Cat. I'm going to set its size to a smaller size. You don't have to, but I'm going to set it to 75 so that it doesn't take up as much room on our playing field. And let's get a go. So, first of all, you want to start option. So, go to events and you'll find the when flag clicked. This code basically just allows you that when flag clicked, whatever happens under it will do something. So for instance, if we have a move steps option, how about 2 steps? When flag clicked, our cat moves 2 steps. If we do 5 steps, it'll move 5 steps, and so on and so forth. If we have a turn 15 degrees, it'll turn 15 degrees. And you have the other turn 15 degrees, which one thing code.org got better with it is actually saying left or right, but it's okay. We're all fine here. But basically, first of all, I kind of want to make that back to normal. But basically, what we're going to want to do for our first type of movement is have a forever block, because forever is forever. Forever will loop the code we have in it quite literally forever, unless there is a stop this code function. We want a move block, of course, because, well, moving. And how about we do 5 steps? So now it's forever moving 5 steps forward, and that's quite fast. Now we have a cat that moves 5 steps forward. Now, we're going to want a way to make it so we control which direction this cat is moving in any sort of way besides just it moving in the direction that it's pointing. And by that, I mean we should probably make it point towards something. We're going to be using the mouse pointer for this one. But in your motion section, you can see that there's a point towards mouse pointer option. And that will allow us to do this. Pretty simple, pretty easy, and not too hard. This is basically what the easiest type of motion, in my opinion, is. And let's make a block for that, shall we? We're going to name it follow. I'm going to name it that. You can make it anything you want. And this is our function. We're going to define follow. We're just going to put this right there. We put that. And now we just need our function follow. And that's how the cat's going to move. Now, let's make a new sprite to describe our next thing. We're going to paint it, so that's going to be interesting. Costumes. How about I'm just going to make something pretty simple real quick. I'm bad at drawing, don't mind me. There. Now we have what I'm going to call spider. And we're going to give him size. How about 50? That's still quite big. How about 45? Drawings are just in general quite huge in this. 35, that's good. So we're going to give him 35. Now for him, actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to drag over the follow block. And we're going to just straight up put him with the follow. So, where is it? What? Okay, I guess we're gonna make the block over here too. So, follow. We're just gonna put on the same code as we did before. Define follow. Control. Forever. Motion. Gonna do the move 5 steps. And then we're gonna go point in direction. Point towards mouse pointer or something like that. But this time, we can select it as cat. Now, on cat, we'll still have our defined follow over here. We're not going to use follow. We're actually going to make a new one. This new one is going to be known as control. This will allow us to control what it's doing and stuff like that. So the easiest way of making it so that we can do this is by having if blocks inside a forever block. So the first thing what we're going to want to do is bring out 4 if blank then blocks. These you probably know from whatever you learn coding from, but these are if blocks. I don't really know another way of explaining them, but if we go to our sensing option here, this is sensing, we have different options, but the main one we're looking for is key pressed option. Now, I think you know where I'm getting here at when I say key pressed option. So what we're going to want to do is put a key pressed in every single one of the if blocks. And then we're going to set them to specific things. Up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, and left arrow. Now we have specific controls that we can use. What we're going to do now is we're going to put down move blocks in each one so that we have the ability to, of course, move in a direction. But the problem is, now, whenever we click this, oh yeah, I need to put one flag clicked on the spider. Sorry. Then I'll just put follow. Oh yeah, I need to put the control here. But whenever we click this, it does nothing. Well, it does something, but what it does is, a good thing to make sure that doesn't happen where it goes flying off the screen is to have a specific X and Y location. So, like for instance, having a go to something, but like whenever I click any key, it just goes in the direction that it was already facing without really doing anything else. That's why we're going to have a, of course, look option. There's a point and direction block we're gonna put one in each of our little columns. Now, you want to make sure they're facing the direction that it says. So up, we're going to spin the circle up, of course. Down, we're going to spin the circle down. Right, we're going to keep it right. And left, we're going to spin it left. And then from there, you have the ability to control a character to move around. Now we can put this into a game. So, first of all, we want to make all our characters smaller because otherwise we're not going to have enough of this. Second of all, we're going to want to have it so that it's slower. So the spider will move 2 steps. And the cat will move 3 steps each time. You're going to have to change it in each one of them. But this way, okay, that's too slow. How about 5 steps? 5 steps for the cat. Also, we're going to want to make sure the spider doesn't show up right away on our cat. So we're going to have to make it so that the spider shows up at -76. So find your go-to block over here. Wait, no. Yeah, go to. You're gonna want to get your go to. And how about 20 and then -96. It's pretty easy. Oh, wait a minute. What? Okay, I had that completely messed up. I'm sorry. Yeah, there, that should work. So now, your goal is to avoid. But we want to make sure that the cat isn't super close to the spider, so we're going to move the cat's spawn point, I should say, over here, and these automatically go to where it currently is on the thing. So yeah. It'll be like an avoiding game against the spider. This is a pretty easy game, I'd say, and yeah. Now, one way of making it so that, this is an extra thing by the way, but one thing of making it so that the spider for this game actually does something when when it touches it is to do this. So we're gonna make a last function. It's called stung. How about, I don't know, but bit end. Okay, let's just name it end. So now we have to define our last function. How about we do something like this? If how about sensing touching spider. Control, stop all, and we're gonna put end inside of our forever thing in control. So we will put end right here, and now we have an kind of infinite. See? It ends the game when the spider is touched. There. That's basically easy game. I will be making one more video today to show you guys how to have a score system for a very similar game, and that's about it. See ya!